Okay, here we go. So first review video, I'm Phil, and today we're going to talk about the EZDisc SL. Okay, so let's get into it. So you're probably thinking, what is it? So the EZDisc SL is effectively a cover which you can place on any road disc wheel, and it'll make your disc, it'll wheel into a disc wheel, which makes for massive improvement in terms of aerodynamic and stability and anything, all things fast when it comes to the bike. So let's get into it. So how much is it? Currently it's £219.99, so it's slightly more than the previous version, but I think in terms of value, it's still amazing. So if you think about it, it's 400 grams, so it's a lot lighter than the last version. It's also, if you pair it with something like this, the Mavic wheel that I've got here, around about the 800 grams mark, you've got yourself a really good wheel in terms of value. Like, it'll match anything out there that's at the 1300 grams mark. And for me, that's amazing in terms of value. Okay then, so how does it work? So effectively, it's a polycarbonate cover, and you add that cover to your wheel. You'll probably see a good video of me doing that in fast motion. It really didn't take me that long. It probably, if you really take your time with it, no more than 2 hours. And that's being really into the details of making sure it's exactly in the right place. And that's where you want it on there, and you want it on there well. But I mean, I think you could get it in, fitted to your wheel within the hour. You can see the guys in a lot of the videos on the Instagram channel, they're doing it live at events, indoor cycle in the velodrome. They've had it fitted on there in minutes. So if you want it on there and you want it looking really good, it's definitely worth taking the time to do it. But it's not an impossible task, and there's plenty of videos out there already on YouTube, and there's a great instructional guide on the website. Or have a look at mine. You see I've been doing it there, and it really isn't that, get your bike in the kitchen and get the wheel on. So first impressions, for me, I think it looks great. I've gone for a really plain look with my bike, less details, and I think that to have the flexibility to be able to do that is awesome, because if you buy like a top end level disc, it's going to come with some stickers on it, and you might want to take those stickers off. If you do, it's going to devalue your wheel. This, there's no, it's limitless in terms of what you want to do. You can put swirl stickers on it, you could put a wrap on it. They do wraps on the website, so you can go on there, design your own custom colours to your bike, and on it goes. I fitted one to a friend's bike earlier, and we put same coloured valve covers on the bike that matched the actual colours of the decals on the rims. So there's nothing not to like in terms of, you could take it and return it to the original wheel if you were going to move your wheels on. And if you're going to keep it and cherish it like I do, then you can go for plain, or take the option to change the colours in the future. So for me, that's like amazing. So brilliant. There isn't really anything I don't like about it, but I think the most important thing for a lot of people out there is the benefits. And I think in terms of performance, luckily I've been supplied some data from EZGains which explains the benefits of the aerodynamics, and it has been tested, and kindly the boffins over at Silverstone have supplied me with some of that data. So the EZDisc was tested at Silverstone Engineering Sports Hub. This wheel you can see pictured, legendary Donald Brooks on his bike, and this was the EZDisc SL. They didn't stop there. The team went to the extent of proving the EZDisc against a really good top-end disc wheel to match, and it actually rolled at lower watts. So using exactly the same tyre, same conditions, B-roll of the rolling rig machine, and the results just showed lower watts. So this is the stuff that dreams are made of when it comes to aero gains, and why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you have something beneficial like that? So what can we verify? So we know it's really light, okay, it's been tested. We also know that it's really efficient. So at Silverstone, they've had those tests, it's run through really nicely. And I think you would agree, it looks really cool. And most importantly, it's got that awesome sound. So it's no different to a disc in terms of the stability, the structure, everything else, the way it moves through the air, but it's got that sound. So, and I'm sorry, you can't beat it. And there you go. So super cool. More stats from the boffins. Here we go. Recent tests at Nottingham Trent University, based in the UK, have proven that a disc wheel can add stability in windy conditions. So thanks to the Parkour and Notts County Trent Uni for running these tests. Superb, well done team. When using an EZDisc outside, you can also give you that push effect. So side and rear winds, and also adding that aerodynamic benefit on headwinds, which give you an average saving of around 2 minutes 30 on the 90k route. So other tests have also been carried out alongside this, and it's great. Loads of reviews on here, and if you're like me, do your research, have a look around YouTube, and there's loads of videos on here comparing like normal wheels to disc wheels, hilly conditions, flat conditions, and on the right course, there's nothing to say a disc wheel's not going to give you some added benefit. So there you go. Okay, so what do I love about this wheel? So I think for me, number one, it's cost saving. Like, it's a third of the cost of something else that's comparable that will go on my bike. This bike has got like disc wheels on it, and just for a disc, I think is just going to be naturally more than anything else. The versatility in my setup. So for me personally, with this bike, and going back to the discs saga again, and I think you get this with even rim brakes. Like, I've had different wheels with different hubs in the past, and you go to swap one to the other, and it's just such a faff. And hubs are different sizes, so you put one wheel in and then the discs won't line up. You end up even moving the disc caliper around, and before a race, that's just a lot of faffing around for me, and I get told off at the best of the time from the missus from faffing and wasting time messing around with bikes when I should have been building this kitchen. So for me, I've now gone for 2 identical wheels on the rear end of this bike, and one of them's got the cover fitted on it and one of them hasn't, and just the flexibility to be able to move the wheel from the other, literally 3 axles in, bolt it up. The only thing that's ever going to change is if the disc goes out of shape, and then the rotor, I can just bend it back, so it's fine. So this, I've got like a really cool like F1 setup when it comes to changing the wheels, so happy days. The other one for me, like UK based, yes, I'm an ambassador for the product, but this isn't a paid review. I've decided to do this review off my own back. I have paid for this product myself, so I've invested. Yes, I've got my little bit of discount on there. However, I would have bought it anyway. So I think the message here is like, I think it's great, and it's motivated me to do a review, which is something I haven't done before. So we've got the ability to remove, customize my setup. I can change it to any bike. So it bears no difference in terms of like a real disc. It'll also travel really well as well. It's something else I've been thinking about, is that I know I've talked about having 2 different wheels that I can swap on, but I could take this wheel, and I will take it. It'll go to World Champs with me, and I'll undo, if I got told, okay, you can't use that setup, we're not using discs for this race, or anywhere I go and it's too windy, 8 screws, I think, or what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws, off they come. And then I'm away, the cover's off. I can put the cover back on afterwards. It's a few snips of the cable ties inside, and I've got the flexibility of not having to carry an extra wheel. So that's another win for me. I've really enjoyed fitting it, and so much so I've gone and fitted someone else's this weekend. Again, if you're not really happy to have it fitted and you live near me, just give me a shout and I'll come and put it on for you. So, what don't I like about it? And I keep asking myself this question. It's not that I'm trying to find things to pick with just for the sake of finding something I don't like, and I wouldn't out it, for the sake of a review video. But for me, the only thing I can think about is I got a silver bike here, and I wanted like matte silver valve covers, and at the time, like, there's the EZDisc, you can see the green ones that I showed earlier, a pretty standard logo for the brand, and then ping, EZDisc have got silver valve covers. They've got red ones, they've got white ones, they've got blue ones. This is how cool this company is that they'll evolve with the product, and they'll also support the UK client base by providing things that we want. So I wanted some stealthy looking covers. I've got stealthy looking covers. I can't complain. I really can't find anything that I don't like, and there's also other stuff on the website that's just as good, like toe covers. We've got chainring covers. I haven't fitted one on here, maybe that'll be the next video, but there's loads of stuff going at the minute for EZGains. So I think that's just about covered everything. It's a massive yes for me. What's not to like if you want some EZGains? And if you've liked the video, hit subscribe, like, whatever you do on here. This is my first video, so whatever floats your boat. And check out my Instagram channel, The Running Mant, for more running and bike related updates. Thanks for watching. Cheers.